Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Overnight, the Australian dollar traded in a relatively tight range of 68.53 to 83, ahead of the RBA minutes, which is scheduled at 11:30 today. It is likely the RBA will keep to its wait-and-see approach for its monetary policy. The minutes should give us, though, a better understanding of the central bank's view on the sluggish economy and its immediate direction. But more importantly, is this Thursday the market forecast looks to the unemployment rate of 15,000.2, with the unemployment rate still remaining at 5.2. Any surprises to a lower side will spark a rate cut debate either for October or November. But also, not to forget, we do have the US federal rate decision also on Thursday at 4 a.m. Sydney time. For now, the technical outlook remains to a cap of 68.80.95, and I do look down towards a 68.25 as a trigger, along with the doji, gravestone, and other aspects to the 60-day moving average should keep the bears pretty much at this level and the bulls at bay. And I do expect to see weakness into the coming session, and especially if the RSI breaks through this midway point as the MACD is slowly declining. Since the rejection of 111.10.15 on Friday overnight from the doji, the market has staged a significant downturn, and instead of the bulls staging since the bullish outside range day further upside attempts, we are still looking towards a level of 109.35. Now, towards that level could see some profit taking. As you can see, we've got a hammer and also we've got a stab at the downside, which was the low closely around 109.35 support. So I do expect to see profit taking emerge to support from this level. Dollar yen has bounced back to 108, but still at this stage comfortably holding beneath 108.40. I do anticipate that the yen strength will continue due to the fact of the geopolitical risks that remain in the markets after the Middle East tension heightened over the weekend after attacks on the Saudi oil plants disrupted global oil supplies and oil jumped 15%. So with the yen strengthening, I do expect to see the market drop back towards 107.80 to 107.45. Well, the pound, since reaching its objective of 125, the figure, has dropped back nearly 100 points. I do expect to see possibly a little bit more weaker to the downside since reaching its objective, but at this stage I'd rather sit out because the uncertainty of the fact is that the RSI still remains over the midway point, so we can easily go back to the top side of this range. So I'm not selling as of yet. Gold still remains above the level of 1,478 to 84, and also the fact is that it's flirting with the level of 1,500. Although we did get to a high of 12 last night, 1,512 that is, I do expect to see further challenges to the upside. Any weakness should find support now, 1,490. And as I mentioned, oil surged 15% from the recent events. So the fact is that we haven't seen a move like this since the Gulf War in 1991, which spiked after the US entered into a battle with Iraq to free Kuwait from Saddam Hussein's invasion. From this price action, the market is now questioning where to go next. Will it continue on? Well, we're still going to wait and see what the US has to say after it said it's ready, it's locked and loaded and ready to go, which means there could be a bit of a conflict very soon once they find out who were the culprits in the drones that were sent to sabotage the oil fields in Saudi Arabia. If we break above 63.90, then we could see a rally up to 66. Well, that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report and hope you enjoy the great start to this new day.